G'day, Spuddies. I wanted to share a little conversation that I had with a coaching client a few days ago. This was a conversation, I'll call her Mari. It's not a real name, but that's what we do. So Mari, we were talking about my idea of make your food boring and your life interesting. And Mari was having some trouble with that. And she was, she understands the idea, but she was really struggling with her lack of flavor in her food. We try to make the food simple, make your food boring and your life interesting. And she was really struggling with the lack of flavor. And, she sort of felt like she needed some excitement in her life. But it wasn't the making her life interesting thing wasn't really working for her because she didn't really feel like it was fulfilling her. And so I just wanted to share how the conversation went. So I asked her, so your food's boring now. What are you doing to make your life interesting? And her answer was that she started going to the gym. She's been reading a self-help book. She's been working on a business idea with a friend. And what was the other thing? Oh, she was working on cleaning up and organizing her office better. And I said, okay, that sounds good. They're all good things to do. Do you enjoy doing them? Are they like things that you super look forward to doing? Or are they just things that you're doing because you feel like you should? And she said, well, they're very important. I need to get fitter. I need to learn more about, self-actualization, and I need to, this business is a good thing. And, these are all important things. I need to organize my office better. These are the things that need to be done. And I said, yeah, I agree. They are important things. I'm not arguing that point. They are important things and you should work on them. They're definitely worth putting your time and energy into. But the question is, are you enjoying them? Are they things that, light you up? And she said, well, no. I said, well, they're good things to do, but do they sort of feel a bit like a chore sometimes? And she said, yeah, they do sometimes feel like a chore. And I said, okay, so what do we think flavor exists for? What's the point of flavor in food? And she said, well, I guess it was to make sure that, we develop taste buds that give us a taste for certain foods because, when we're evolving those foods were the right foods for us. And, if the right foods for us taste delicious, then we'll want to go back and eat them. So, I said, yeah, I agree. So essentially, flavor in foods is there for enjoyment. And if we enjoy the foods, then we'll go back and eat them more. But essentially it boils down to the flavor is there for enjoyment. It's there to be enjoyed. And she said, yep. I said, so in replacing, you've removed flavor from your food and you've attempted to replace that flavor with things that you don't always particularly enjoy. And she went, okay, I see where you're going. So yeah, I hope you see where I'm going by now too. That, we, especially grown-ups, adults, we spend all our time or most of our time on doing stuff because it's stuff that we think we need to do. Or probably most of the time it's not that we think we need to do. I'm trivializing it a bit there. These are important things that we should be doing. But we also got to just do things just because we enjoy them sometimes. It's fine to do something just because it's fun. It doesn't have to take you closer to, achieving your goals of this or that, or, it doesn't have to be about making more money or, it doesn't, sometimes you got to just do things purely because you like doing them and they're enjoyable and, they're going to add flavor to your life. So I think that's an important thing. And I just wanted to share that with you guys that, that conversation kept on going. Obviously, the next part of it was, okay, so what can you do to add flavor to your life? What can you do to, are there any hobbies that you've let go of that you haven't done for a few years? Is there a new thing that you've been meaning to try that you've been putting off? Is there, what sort of things do you think you might enjoy? And let's look for new activities or new things to do that you might enjoy. It might be, for me, it's kayaking is a thing I love doing. It might be writing poetry. It might be knitting. It might be painting. It might be going to a comedy show. It might be listening to music. There's there's a million things we could list, literally more than a million things we could list that might be enjoyable to each person watching this video. But the point is that I think that's something worth focusing on. What can you do just because you enjoy it, just because it's going to put a smile on your face, and there's nothing more to it than that. So there you go. Make your food boring and your life interesting by adding some flavor, just for flavor's sake. Hope that's helpful, everyone. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all of that good stuff. And yeah, ask me questions in the comments if you've got any other topics that you want me to tackle. All right, there you have it. Spud up.